Thunder Report from 107.7 The Franchise.
Greetings, Thunder fans. The Sacramento Kings are in town, and it's always fun when it's game day in Oklahoma City. We get our coverage started on the franchise at 6 o'clock tonight for the TotallyTickets.com Countdown to Tip-Off show presented by Homeland and Bank 7. Desmond Mason and John Rohde will join me at Toby Keith's at 6. We hope you'll join us as well. Some good news for a couple of players who have been injured for several weeks. Kendrick Perkins went through a vigorous workout right before our very eyes at the end of the Thunder shoot-around today. It doesn't mean he's ready to play in tonight's game, but it certainly means he's closer to playing than when he was when he first got injured. Thabo Sefolosha went through a rather vigorous workout yesterday at the end of practice, shooting from three-point range and handling lateral moves. As for today, Kevin Durant will be our guest. Kevin's in a good mood talking about tonight's matchup with the Kings. Then we hear from Scott Brooks, who really didn't want to talk much about postseason and standings or anything else other than the Kings and the game tonight. And then Russell Westbrook, who was a little self-deprecating after the loss to Dallas. He takes some of that on his own shoulders. You'll hear Russ's comments as well. Here we go with Kevin Durant, Scott Brooks, and Russell Westbrook on today's Thunder Report.
You guys had last couple of days to look over the last game and get ready for this one. What needs to be the focus heading into tonight?
Just being aware on the defensive end. Offensively, keep moving the ball. I think we're playing well offensively, but defensively, just being more aware. Making second and third efforts, and we should be fine.
You guys only have 5 games at home. It's kind of hard to believe, and when you look at your road schedule, it's going to be pretty tough at the end. Is there a sense, do you talk about that you need to take advantage of these?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. We know it's tough to win on the road, and we never want to take playing at home for granted. So coming down to the last few games, we just want to focus in and be ready every time we step on that court. So, guys know how valuable this time is and how important, shoot rounds and practices are. So we're going to take advantage of that and just try to carry it over to the game.
Kevin, are teams being more physical with you this year? I know they've always tried to be physical with you. Is it increased this year at all?
No, I mean, not to my knowledge. I mean, teams have, I've seen every type of defense. I've seen every type of defensive player. So nothing is new to me. You can be physical with me, you can foul me, you can push me out, you can do whatever. I'm still going to play my game, and I try not to worry about that type of stuff. I'm still going to do what I do and get to my spots and play my game and be aggressive. So do whatever you want. I'm still going to be me.
Coach yesterday was praising your ability, particularly this season has increased to catch it at the nail or catch it at the elbow, kind of the places where you want it. What has that process been like for you, just working with screeners and that kind of thing to get in your spots?
Well, just being more conscious of catching it closer and how it's going to help the team. Me catching it closer to the basket is going to draw 2 guys, and I can kick for open shots instead of catching it outside the three-point line and defense is loading up. So, just trying to get stronger in those areas and not get pushed out or not let the physical play push me off my spot. So I've been working with the coaches and been working with my teammates on where to catch the ball and how I could be most effective close to the rim and making the right reads as well.
Do you think that little backdoor alley-oop play that you have with Russ and Reggie is kind of help free you up coming around curls and that kind of thing too?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every time I come down, I come off a baseline cut, I hear the other bench screaming backdoor or lob. So it's keeping them honest, and I'm using the rim as to get me open as well. So, Reggie and Russ do a great job of finding me in those spots. And, it's kind of unpredictable. You don't know whether I'm going for a lob or coming off a pin down. So, Coach draws up some great plays for me, and it's on me to make the right reads.
The Kings kind of banged Isaiah Thomas didn't play their last game. Does that give you all the ability to focus more on their front court guys like Cousins and Gay?
I mean, Isaiah Thomas is having a great year. He's a big part of what they do. They have 3 20-point scorers on that team, and that's hard to have. It's hard to come by on any NBA team. And not having Isaiah, Rudy, and DeMarcus are going to have more opportunities to get the ball and score a little bit more. So we have to prepare like Isaiah's playing, but if he doesn't, we have to do a better job of staying conscious of not letting those guys Rudy and DeMarcus get easy points because their teammates feed off of that. So if they get some momentum in our building, feel like they can win the basketball game. And it's going to be tough to beat them because they're so talented.
In Congo's absence and Burke's absence, it looks like you guys have figured out the communication thing. Other people have picked it up. Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, I mean, we have 2 rookies. You know, it's coming into the league, you're a rookie, playing on the team that, you know, has big goals and trying to play until June. And you get a little nervous and you get a little timid to talk, to speak up. But we trust in Steven and Andre to, you know, communicate and let us know what we need to be. You know, we know that they know the schemes, they know everything about our defense and our offense. So we trust in them to speak up, and that's what we've been trying to tell them. Just, you know, just talk up and be as vocal as you can if you see something. And we trust in what you say, and you know, it's giving them confidence. So each and every game they're getting better. We just gotta be patient with them and help them out along the way. And just know that we all gonna make mistakes. You know, we all made mistakes coming into this league, and we all, you know, had people being patient with us. So, you know, we just have to learn with them and also, you know, just grow with them as well.
When you see them playing right away, getting this opportunity, you got an opportunity right away too. How much does that sort of speed up your development process?
It was different for me. We were terrible. You know, we won 20 games, and, you know, for them guys coming in and winning 52 games already, with 12 more games to go in a year, it's different. You know, just knowing that you can go out there and compete and win every game is definitely different. So with me, I was just going out there and just playing no matter what, just free. But, you know, you can tell sometimes those guys, you know, the rookies especially, feel as though they have to perform to a certain level and impress us. But we just want them to go out there and play their games. We love them how they are. We just want to keep growing like they are, keep working hard, and, you know, we're going to help them out along the way. So they've been doing a great job of just feeling more comfortable within our system and within our team, and doing all they can to help us.
Kevin, you were talking about your spots on the floor and getting to those spots. Are the number of sweet spots you have expanded? You work on expanding the number of spots on the floor you're really comfortable with?
Yeah. Just trying to be versatile in many ways that I can impact the game. Offensively, just catching it lower in the post, catching at the elbows, pick and roll play, my pick and roll as a screener. Just different ways that I can play to help my team. And you know, just trying to score in different parts of the court, man. It makes you you know, harder to guard if you can score from both wings and both elbows, both boxes. So, you know, I just try to mix it up and be aggressive within those spots. And if I miss and if I have bad games, just learn from them and try to get better from them.
Kevin, when you're playing and you see a guy wearing your shoes on another team, what goes through you? Did you go through your mind about that?
No, not when we're playing them. When I see it on TV, it's pretty cool. I watched the Utah game and Gordon Hayward had on my shoes the other day, and I thought that was pretty cool. When we're playing against them, I don't really recognize it as much, and I really don't pay attention to it. But if I'm watching it on TV, you know, I think it's pretty cool. It's a blessing to have your own shoe and to have your peers representing and wearing your shoes, and, you know, they enjoy wearing them. It's a pretty cool feeling.
Some of the old school guys like Brian Shaw say he won't allow his players to wear another guy's shoes.
I wouldn't allow my players to do it either. I get on Reggie almost every day. He wears LeBrons. Fish wore some Kobe's when he first got here. I kind of gave him a pass since him and Kobe are like BFFs. But we got something against that here too. So I can feel where Brian Shaw is coming from. But it's nothing against the players whose shoes they are. But I don't know, it's just something that I guess we have a little bit too much pride, I guess.
Does the number of technicals that you have playing in the back of your mind as you approach things down the stretch?
Coach says they should play in the back of my mind, but I don't really care about them. But I just try to be. Sometimes, to be honest, I wanted to tech sometimes this year, just, you know, I guess to inspire my team or to do something. I wanted to tech, you know, to kind of psych myself out and make me feel a little bit, you know, stronger and better than what I was doing, and just to pump me up a little bit. But I just can't do that anymore. I gotta be better. I gotta be smarter, and how I approach the refs, how I approach, you know, other team, and, you know. But, you know, I guess I'm done with techs. I hope I'm done with techs. I can't for sure guarantee that I am, but you know, I don't want to think about it and go out there and not play my game because I'm worried about, you know, 2 more techs. So, but I hope I'm done with them.
I thought we had a good session today. Talked about just the individual pride of guarding your man, staying in front of the basketball, and a couple other things that we felt that are important for us going forward.
Russell played 32 minutes in the last game. Did you see him playing that kind of minutes going forward? Was that just a unique case because of his overtime game?
No, I mean, we bumped his minutes up a little bit. He's right around the 32-minute game. You know, he went a few seconds over. I don't know exactly how many, but yeah, right around 32.
Is that being determined by just how he does? Like you go back and examine and everything, how everything's going?
Yeah, we have a plan in place, one, and then obviously things can be adjusted along the way. You know, at one time he was in the mid-20s, and then as the games go on, and we can make some adjustments. But right now he's right at 32.
What's the ideal number for him in the playoffs? 36, 38?
We haven't got to the playoffs yet. We got Sacramento tomorrow.
What about the Kings? DeMarcus Cousins is a load as always with some of the games he's had recently.
He's having an all-star year. He's right there. You know, he didn't make it this year, but he's right there. Just like last night, nearly a triple-double. The guy can do it all. He can score down low. He can shoot the mid-range. He's a great rebounder. He's an amazing passer, and we definitely have to guard him tomorrow at all spots of the floor. He's a really, really good player.
Isaiah Thomas, Rudy Gay, and him, that individual pride on defense, is that going to be just as paramount as just about any game this year?
Well, they have 3 20-point scorers, depending on with Isaiah. He missed the last game with, I think it was his quad, but depending, yeah, they have 3 guys that can individually can score on you without a screen. So it's going to definitely be challenged. You know, the 20 points, all 3 guys. We have to lock in on that defensive end. We talk about, you know, start guarding the ball first, and then if you need help, your teammates have to be aware and ready to help quickly, and hopefully we could do a better job with that.
How are Tabo and Perkins coming along?
Good. Yeah, they're working individually with coaches. You know, they haven't participated in practice. During practice today, I did take a look on the other end of the court. Perk was working on his point guard skills. He looked pretty good.
Well, they are at least getting closer. How important is it to get them some game action before the playoffs, Scott?
I mean, it's important, but it's not the end of the world. We don't know when either of them are going to come back. I mean, but they're progressing good. I mean, they're progressing well. We just have to continue to work them individually, and then the next step, they're going to participate in some practice, and then the next step and participate most of the practice. So I mean, but they're not there yet. They're just still working on with their coaches.
How concerned are you working those guys back in? Because it took Russell a while to get back, and now you can have 2 of your stars coming back around the same time.
Well, I mean, there's a long list of my concerns, and that's one of them. But it's a good concern to have. We got 2 very good players that are big pieces of what we do. They're outstanding defenders. They have great experience. They understand what we do on both ends of the floor, and they got great experience. So that's an issue that I can't wait. I'm looking forward to bringing back in and integrating them with the group. I think it's. I don't know when it's going to happen. We're not going to put a date on it, but it's moving towards that direction.
Scott, I'm a little bit curious about having a full day to practice today without having to travel today and then getting ready for a game tonight.
Yes.
You rested yesterday, have a full day today. Is that any more beneficial than any other time that you have to work with the guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to have some practice time. I mean, at this late of the season, almost April, you can't throw a 2-hour practice at them and expect them to have legs and the energy to compete the next night. So it wasn't a long practice, but it was a high-intensity practice, and it was a very competitive practice. But we just focus on the things that we have to improve on. As a coach, there's a long list, and you have to pick and choose the priorities, and then go from there. You know, as soon as you clean one thing up, there's something else opens up. But that's part of that's the fun part of my job, is to figuring out those issues and try to shore them up, and then try to prevent some other ones from opening up.
Right now, what is your top priority that you're cleaning up?
Staying in front of the basketball on the perimeter, and then blocking out and getting rebounds. We've been a good defensive team all year, and made some strides the last couple of weeks. But blocking out is important. When we out-rebound teams, we put ourselves in a pretty good position to win the game.
Listen, man, we got to come out with a defensive mindset. Starting with myself, just got to do a better job of setting the tone early.
As a leader, how much responsibility kind of falls on you to set the tone, being there at the top of the defense?
All of it. I gotta step up defensively. That's just what I gotta do to help us win games. I mean, regardless of how many points I score, how many rebounds, assists, I gotta defend to start to help us out.
Are you disappointed with how you played defensively?
Yeah, I am. Just gotta be better, man. Letting too many guys off the hook. Just letting them feel too comfortable dribbling the ball up the floor, running what they want. And, I'm just sitting back, just chilling. I got to be able to set the tone early and, defend for my team.
Russ, there's sort of an idea or theory that you and Kevin shouldn't have to do it all on both ends because you have so much responsibility offensively. Do you look at it that way? Or?
Nah, I mean, you can. You just downplaying yourself. I mean, you can't. If you want to be one of the best to play the game, you got to do it on both ends of the floor. You can't come out and say, I got to score. I can't guard the other team's best player. Then that's just the attitude you have. But myself and Kevin, we want to defend on and score, do both ends on both ends of the floor. So.
Is this something you notice about yourself just on tape, or just how the games have gone the last few for the Mavericks? They had like 15 threes.
Just the last few games. I mean, it ain't all on ball. It's just me helping, just sitting on defense, just me watching myself on film. And I watch film after every game, the whole game, and just at the house, and just watching myself, just standing around watching and not helping. And, I can get a lot more rebounds and just stuff that I need to do to help us win games, especially in crunch time and throughout the game that'll help us win.
If your teammates have the same attitude that you come over here showing us, it seems like you guys are taking that individual pride that Scotty's saying you guys need to have.
Yeah, I mean, we got to have it. If you want to win a championship, you got to have it, regardless of if you don't, then we got to find somebody who wants to do it. But you got to have that attitude to be able to come on the floor every night and take pride in guarding your man and also, helping somebody else out. I mean, it's not all about just guarding one-on-one. It's just about team defense, helping each other out, and trying to win games.
Hey, Russ, I know he wasn't here very long, but Kevin Ollie spent a year with you guys.
Yeah.
Now he's obviously got his team in the Sweet 16. Can you talk a little bit about the influence that he had on?
Oh, huge, man. Kevin's one of the greatest guys I know in this league. Just from being around him from LA. He's a great role model. I think he's done a great job of just coming in here and helping us become leaders. Myself and Kevin, just teaching us the way. Just taught us a lot of things. To grow up as men and as better leaders.
I think Kevin was the one who said it during All-Star Weekend that Kevin Ollie really helped to change the culture.
Yeah, I mean he came in every day consistent, regardless of what was going on. He kept a positive attitude, kept a positive attitude and taught us to do the same thing. And I mean, from then on, it's been the culture around here.
So with the following that the team has, fans, news media look at the standings, how many games left. Us as a player, look at the standings, your future schedule, think about those things.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, obviously you know who you're playing next based on what you do in practice and personnel, but right now, I mean, it really doesn't matter. As a standings in the playoffs, if you want to win a championship, you got to win on the road. That's just how I look at it. So regardless if you 1 seed or 8 seed, you still got to win on the road if you want to win a championship.
That's Russell Westbrook. He'll be in the starting lineup tonight against the Sacramento Kings. Tip-off a little after 7 o'clock. We get our coverage started at 6 at Toby Keith's here on The Franchise. I'm David Garrett for the Thunder Report from 107.7 The Franchise.